All right, how's everybody doing today? Animal Mafia, thank you for showing up. Good morning, morning to you. Good morning to everybody. Anybody that's here, we'll wait for some people to get in here. Also, welcome to anybody that's on Twitch. We got 4 viewers that are on Twitch. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. Things are looking, pretty solid. They're not everything is moving, but a couple of notable positions are making some moves, so that's a good thing. But yeah, as soon as you guys get in here, hit the like button. I think I'm gonna go to subscribers only because I don't want any like WhatsApp people getting in here. Hi Matthew. Shib, go now to the moon, but how high? How high is the moon? Well, it depends how high. I guess right now we're looking at it by how high the market cap can go, and really we're kind of giving that range of 50 billion dollar market cap. It's great to see some massive movement in volume today. Amazing to see that. Good morning. Morning, Matt. How is it going? Morning, everybody. I can't complain. I mean, it could have been better yesterday with my audio. For some reason, when I get into a rush, sometimes I don't check those things. And since I don't edit it, it doesn't come up. But I know, like, I was in a rush yesterday. I had a lot of stuff that I needed to do. So I created a video and paused the audio. And when I paused the audio, I forgot to put the audio back on there. It wasn't a system error, it was a human error. And I just didn't check it. So I had to unlist all those videos, the 3 videos. And I think I I kind of wanted to get that information out there. So I have to kind of recreate those videos today. Um, which sucks because by the time I noticed it, it was already um, it was already way past the time of doing anything about it. You know, I could have technically did something when I came back home, but I didn't notice it until I got a comment on it. Because I don't get many notifications on my phone now, because I want to be able to answer comments and stuff on the computer. My eye itches. But yeah, I was having some issues with audio yesterday. Thank you guys for watching. We got 34 people here, 14 likes. I appreciate you guys. But I guess we can just go ahead and get started in seeing where Shiba Inu is, since we have 44 people that are here. Do you hold on Kraken? I don't hold on Kraken. Um, so let's go ahead and show where Shiba Inu is currently. Right now, we're looking at 0.00001236, up 17% today. We saw a high of 1289, and we're seeing it up to or close to that $7 billion market cap. Very, very close to $1 billion in volume. 14.6 million is going through DEX volume, but then CEX volume, you're seeing 935 million, which is definitely a good situation to see how much is going through. 249% increase in volume. That's what we want to see. No worries, life happens. Yeah, but it just sucks because now I feel like there's gonna be other videos that I really want to create, but um, those videos were what I wanted to create at that on that day, and I do need to get that information out there. Max price for bone this year. Um, I mean, it just depends how well received Shibarium is. So if people are looking at Shibarium, I know we're going to a different way here, but if people are looking at Shibarium and thinking that it's going to be, um, the best thing since sliced bread, which a lot of people do believe that. They're like, oh well, people are going to buy in Shibarium, but if people don't have a reason to buy in that platform, then they will not buy, right? You know that, um, you know, Shiba Inu is very popular, but what's the reason to buy Shiba Inu over there? Because it's cheaper to buy it, to move it, to do anything you wanted to do? Probably. So that's a good reason. And people will trade it as they are day trading. They're going to get less cheaper fee, at which they will burn Shiba Inu as well. So I think it could be really, really big. I think Bone, the sky's the limit. We don't know exactly where it will go, but the sky's really the limit. I'm sure the holders are going to continue to increase. You're seeing 67,000 holders at this moment, um, at which the largest holder is this contract address. You have MEXC, you have open wallets around 1%. So, yeah, I mean, I think the sky is the limit. I do see a level of $2, $3, um, you know, maybe even further than that, depending on how much bone is used. Because just because you're using it as a gas feed doesn't mean that you're gonna have a crazy amount of people that are buying it. Because if it's cheap to buy bone, you might not have a lot of people, buying it to use it. Because they buy one set of bone and then they're only paying like, I don't know, one bone or three bone per transaction. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but we'll see. I definitely think bone has potential though. I'm so surprised, and I'm surprised that this has held its market cap, but I guess Shibarium does have a lot of strength. It's just telling me to play ad. What do you think about Baby Doge? Can it drop a couple of zeros? So I'm not a big fan of Baby Doge. I try to stay away from or stay clear of anything that's kind of feeding off of others. And I know Baby Doge is probably the least to do that. I guess I understand that it is a baby version of Doge, um, but like I try and stay away from the Enus. I try and stay away from like different Doges, like Buff Doge, Butt Doge, Buff Doge, a lot of other ones that are out there as well. So I'm sure that it does have an ability to drop a zero, but I haven't looked into it heavily, and I really don't want to, but I will if need be. Max price. I read that. What do you? I thought Kraken. I thought Kraken Pro was good. Might make a switch. You thought Kraken Pro was good. I've never seen it or used it, so I I may have to explore it because I need another way of cashing out. A lot of times where I cash out is Coinbase, but if I don't have the ability to trade some of those coins on Coinbase, then it's a different situation. So I probably could have, what I could have done, which would have been an easier way to do it, is just Coinbase doesn't have Terra Luna Classic. When I was moving it, is I could have moved it over to Coinbase. I could have moved my um, Dogecoin over to Coinbase and then did whatever I wanted to do there. But there's no Terra Luna Classic over there. What resistance does SHIB and uh, need to overcome? I have mine set at 0.00015. If you're talking about short term, then yeah, I mean short term you're looking at resistances that are created now. So we're looking at one and a, or sorry, not 1.5 cents, $1.5 for a bone. If we're talking about Shiba Inu, we would look at current resistance wherever they saw it. So we would look at strong resistance, probably yes, 0.000015. But right now it looks like it is sort of resisting away from the 1300 level, getting to 1289. But yes, a strong resistance would be up there in that level. But an even stronger resistance, obviously, 2000. We look at those round numbers and we understand that those resistances are pretty strong. While people look at more specific resistances, you have to understand that um, there's a major resistance that it's resisting from within that resistance, if that makes sense, um, or outside of that resistance, I would say. So a lot of times, like say if you have the ability for something to go to $1, you're like, hey, this is going to go to $1. A lot of times you'll find resistances beforehand that are created. Uh, Maybe it will be around 75 cents. Maybe it'll be around 90 cents. In most cases, you'll see it between 75 and 80 cents, like you did with Dogecoin, like you did with um, um, AMC, and like you did with Solana a little bit. So before it gets to 100 or $1 or 10, you see it resist pretty hard around those 80 levels. Clear Crypto's 112% overnight. I did see something was moving. Let me go ahead and duplicate this so that I have Shiba Inu up if I wanted to go to it. I did see Hyperchain X. I don't know what that is, but it's up 124%. That's good to see, I guess. I don't know what it is. XRP, that's up 1.2% today in the last 24 hours. We're seeing Ethereum that's slightly up. What's crazy is we did see this down a little bit. It was down to like $989 billion market cap. But now we're starting to see some more positivity, especially seeing Shiba Inu lead the way, with 18% increase. You also see Dogecoin. That's at a 2.5% increase. Cardano is actually slightly down. Litecoin slightly down as well. Cosmos is down a decent amount, 3.4%. Let's see, let's scroll down here. ApeCoin, that's slightly, down 3.8%. Near Protocol, 4%. Internet Computers up 5%. That's good to see, I guess. Algorand is down 3%. Terra Luna Classic is also down by 1.3%. Hopefully my order gets filled, because currently I don't have, well, I haven't checked it, so it might be filled. Maybe they updated it. Because Crypto.com always has like some of the highest prices or the highest price. It looks like it hasn't been filled yet. No, it looks like it hasn't been filled yet. So that sucks. That does suck. I don't like that. What price does Crypto.com have it at? They still have it at 18.28, while the actual price is at 17.55. They still have it at 18.28. So no matter what, I'm gonna lose out of the situation. If I wanted to buy it at these prices where it currently is, I would be able to get 27 million. So I would lose a million out of what I had in MetaMask, but it would still be better than having 23 million. But with the price that they're giving me, I would end up having like 24 million or so. And I feel like I should have a lot more there. So when it does get to the actual price on crypto.com of 17.59, where my my price is, my target price is to rebuy my Lunic, the actual price is probably going to be down to 16. And I'll be able to get 28 or 29 with that, which is absolutely horrendous. Maybe I should just send the USD over to another platform. That's only if it gets down to that level. If it doesn't get down to that level, then I just lose out on what I held there. And that sucks. Will Lunic ever hit 10 cents? 10 cents is kind of tough. If you're talking about without making any burns, then it's really difficult, because at 1 cent, you're looking at a $60 billion market cap. At 10 cents, it's a $600 billion market cap. So at the current levels with the circulating supply, I would say no, I don't expect it to make that move. However, with the burns that come in, the different use cases, the increase in um, the max market cap or the ceiling to the market cap, yes, I can expect it to make a move up to 10 cents. It's just a matter of time, right? You talk about XRPC. I did not talk about that. Good morning, Matt and everyone. Well, I'm glad I bought Shiba all last year, weekly instead of a big buy. My price average is 0.000017. Anything after that is profit. It's good to see. So currently you are in profit. That is fantastic. I love hearing that. Are you still burning SHIB? No, I'm not. I burned a total of 280 million, I think. CDC needs to fix. CDC needs to fix their spread on prices. It's crazy. I absolutely agree with you. How much Lunic you holding? Will you be getting any more? So no, the reason why I don't want to buy anymore, which I firmly believe that it's going to grow quite a bit, like a hell of a lot. The reason why I don't want to buy anymore is because that takes away from of what I did. You know, I spent $40 on Terra Luna Classic, and spending $43 on Terra Luna Classic is amazing to see how much growth actually has been here. For me to say that I turned $40 into millions of dollars is way better than saying, hey, I turned 1,000 some odd dollars into millions of dollars as well, because most likely I'm going to accept early prices. I'm not going to sit here and push for $100 out of all of my holdings. There may be some portion of it that's looking for $100 per coin, but currently I'm looking for certain prices, and I have my spreadsheet, which I wanted to go through, how much I'm holding yesterday, but for some reason the audio was horrendous. So it definitely was an issue. How much Lunic you holding? I read that. Yeah, you can always send your USD to me for safekeeping, Matt. I'm sure it wouldn't be that safe. Swapped some XRP for Lunic this morning on Change Now. It was easy, cheap, and fast. Interesting. 179 people watching and only 23 likes. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Yeah, I see 79 likes. So we have 208 people watching, and we have 79 likes right now. So I appreciate all of you guys that are here watching the video. We finally got sound on, I know. The issue yesterday was just, I was pissed when I found it out, because all 3 videos were posted. I could have went back and, re-recorded those videos, because no matter what, the audio wasn't going to be on there. If you could read lips, and it's a good video for you. Did you fix your sound problem in the last couple of videos? I know several people like me had no sound. No, there was no sound. Almost $1 billion in volume. Imagine how much SHIB could have been burned today with Shibarium. True. I think we still will have. The only thing is like that we need to understand, and people are expecting 100% of the volume to go through there. You have to understand that 100% of the volume is not going to go on there. We can probably expect from the beginning to maybe see like 10% of the volume, but we'll see it start to transition once it does become cheaper. But then do we get to a point to where exchanges end up delisting the position because people are moving off to Shibarium? Do you get into that situation? Because understand what cryptocurrency is. I'm not saying that this will happen, but understand what cryptocurrency is. When exchange wants a position on their platform, they have one of 2 ways of getting it there, right? The project can give them the coins, basically pay them in the coins in order to go through transactions and all that stuff, or they can buy it themselves. And when they buy it themselves, they're spending their own money. In case in point, it would be Binance, right? Binance buys a ton of Terra Luna Classic, and it's worth millions of dollars. and they're hoping to turn that into hundreds of millions or billions of dollars by holding, what, 2.3 trillion. Now, if they had a cheaper option for us to buy it somewhere else, let's say um, you buy it on chain and it's way cheaper, and you also have the ability to off ramp it as well. Well, people would end up leaving. People would end up leaving those platforms, and if they leave those platforms, that ends up taking away from the bottom line of those exchanges. So, what would be the best way of doing that? I mean, they can't really stop anybody that's holding the position already, but if they sell what they have and delist the rest, that may be a situation where they're like, all right, well, people are leaving at a rapid pace. I don't want to lose out on this money that I spent on Shiba Inu, or I spent on whatever. So they end up moving. So that could be a situation that we end up getting into. But there's so much volume that happens. I'm not so sure that we'll see, you know, 100% that's moving over to Shibarium. If we are, then just know it's going to be very difficult for these exchanges to keep that on board if nobody's buying it, you know? Should I wait for a drop? If you're looking for quick gains, it's okay to take profit. Uh, I'm obviously looking for a long-term play out of it, especially since I'm well below my cost basis at this point. Um, so yeah, Matt, try Kraken. It's legit. They have a pairing of Lunic and USD straight across, plus um, others, and pricing is accurate, not inflated. I mean, it's up 17%. I learned to never buy in the green like that. Yeah, yeah, I would say that I don't try and buy. There's rare cases where I will buy when it's in the green, but when things are up 17% or more than 10%, there's no way that I'm making any type of move. Um, if I see absolute long-term potential in it, then there's a possible chance, but it's like a 0.0001% chance that I would make a move into a play that's up 17%. Um, I'm kind of holding off from bagging SHIB at the moment since it's running up so high. Do you think it will go back down, or could this be the start of a bull run? I'm actually firmly believing that this could be the start of a bull run. I put out a video yesterday that nobody heard. I heard it because I said it, but I didn't hear it afterwards. I was talking about the bull run and how I believe we are at kind of the start of the bull run, and a lot of other people believe that as well. Seeing a 1 year 1 year bear market and a 3 year bull market, another 1 year bear market, 3 year bull market. We're seeing that trend that's continuing, and now we see it hit 1 year. It's been 365 days as we are seeing now this start to increase and start to skyrocket. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it could be the start of the bull market. Whether we are going to see a little bit of retracement, it's okay to see retracements in a bull market, as long as it is in an upward moving channel, right? Matt, what's your price prediction? Or wait, what's your prediction price for today for SHIB? Um, well, it looks like the market is starting to trend back upward, sort of. From where I looked at in the beginning, before we even started this live stream, it was at $989 billion in a market cap. But it's good to see that much volume that's flowing through Shiba Inu. We're seeing about $1 billion that's flowing through Shiba Inu. Now, it has resisted at 12.89. I'm not saying that that is the highest price that it will get to today, but we want to see it break through that point before we can see any type of major price prediction above that. But right now, we want to see it break through this high point, which is hopefully not only just 12.89, but breaking through 13. We want to see it break through those levels, so then we could see it progress from there on. A couple of hundred, maybe. Wait, Shibarium won't convert all bone to SHIB to burn, and most of that volume is off chain. What are you talking about? Only a couple hundred, maybe. Only a couple 100 million? Is that what you're saying? Only a couple hundred? Shibarium won't convert all. all bone to SHIB to burn. Sorry, I'm trying to follow what you're saying. I'm still not convinced Shibarium will be the magic bullet for SHIB. I agree with you. I don't think it will be the magic bullet. I think it will be something that burns quite a bit, but again, it all depends on the amount of transactions we have over there. I tried to go on various places to look at how many transactions we're seeing per day, because if we end up knowing what the price is for trading, depending on I guess how much volume you are trading, we'll be able to take a standard price, and then whatever the amount that comes out for SHIB, we'll know what that is as well. So we want to find a way to understand those numbers, and once we understand the transactions and how much it's going to cost, then boom, we have how much we're going to burn really. And it's kind of ballpark, give or take, maybe a few million. Um, how and Shibarium will fail hard. As I said before, most, if not all, SHIB or all meme coin holders don't care about the chain itself. That's not, well, yes, I would agree with that. So most people that are in, I wouldn't call them meme coins. I would call them very popular positions. The reason why they are popular is because of the gain potential. Then you start to dig into future growth as time goes on. The way that you make things into something that's has a strong use case is by building the popularity first, right? Understanding that you're establishing that you have utility in the future, but building popularity first. So I truly do believe that you're probably going to see about 80% of people that are invested in SHIB that are in it just for the gain. However, out of those 80% of people, you're probably going to see maybe 30 to 40% that still hold some long term, that do it the right way, right? You're going to have a lot of people that want to sell at certain points and sell everything because they've never seen that much money. But then you're also going to have people that sell majority of it and leave some in there to see what it ends up being. Um, and those are the people that end up creating or building the use case with SHIB. However, the only people that really have the chance of building a use case right now would be the ecosystem devs, which they're not building any type of use case for Shiba Inu itself. They're building a lot for Bone, and for everything else. Literally, I wish I could have taken you through that video that I did on Shiba Inu. I forget what the title was. It was like, are the SHIB devs still playing us? No use case for SHIB. I thought that was an amazing video, because what I did was I actually went through the entire article. I put the entire article in Word and went to look how many times they mentioned SHIB. And yes, it's mentioned in Shibarium quite a bit, but they've mentioned Bone, Leash, all of these things so many times. But it literally took until you get down to the Shiba Inu section for them to mention SHIB, which is a very, very small section. They've done this time and time again, breaking this down and saying, oh well, SHIB, for the people, the community that wants SHIB to be at the forefront. Here's your little blurb. Here's your little piece. Your little paragraph. So it sucks to see that. I wish they would make SHIB more of the face, but it's not. Everything's mentioned about Shibarium and Bone and even Treat, which does suck, but we want to try and progress into something bigger, and we want to make sure that we're not just letting them play us. We obviously are the largest holders, and they're looking to say, all right, well, Bone is going to impact SHIB so much, so buy Bone, and that's why Bone is actually making a move. So I don't know. It's definitely difficult to take in because you never know what they're thinking, but you can kind of guess where they're going with all of this. You know, I mean, only $100, not millions. Um, Shibarium won't convert all Bone fee to SHIB to burn it, and most of the volume is off chain. What? SHIB won't convert. I know that they won't convert all of the bone fee to SHIB because they have to have a value or some sort of reason to hold bone and use bone and all of that. Um, and it's only a certain portion. I don't know what the portion is, but we'll figure that out. Did you guys hear about SHIB coming out with internet breaking news every day? Falling to the ground. Hype maker or influencer? I I don't like either of those terms. If that's what you're calling me, I like maybe content creator. I really don't know. It's more about the content um, than anything because everything that I say is not financial advice. I try to make sure that people do go in there and do a little bit more research and tell them what they should be looking at. Um, because if you look at certain things and then if you research it a little bit more and tell people, hey, go into the use case a little bit more and understand if you are going to make an investment, then people are more willing to go into the use case and understand what the use case is and do a little bit more research. If people just say, hey, do your own research, then it's just like, hey, I'm trying to cover my ass. Like, I'm not trying to do that. Yes, I guess there is a portion of that that you have to. When you make videos or you make content online, you want to make sure the liability is not on you. However, um, you also want to make sure that you're telling people how to do this research. Um, it's not about what they should invest into, it's just about um, how they should pick their investments, right? Um, because you can say I want Shiba Inu, or you can say I want Ren, or you can say I want Bone, or whatever the position actually is. I could have made more money selling grass clippings. I'm who was buying grass clippings? Is that the point? Shiba Inu can explode to high Shiba Labs. Shiba Inu coin also baby Shiba. I don't know if you saw my SHIB video, but I kind of made the same point. SHIB is barely mentioned in that article. I did. I mentioned it in my video that you made a video, and it kind of opened my eyes a little bit more, and that's why I like watching other videos because as I read it, I was reading things and I was going through it, and I started to skim through it because I noticed that a lot wasn't about SHIB, and I guess subconsciously I noticed that, but I didn't actually make that point in a video because I was just like, where is the SHIB information? Where is the SHIB? And once you get there, it's like kind of exciting to see the SHIB information, even though we knew 90% of what was said there. There was just a couple of pieces that we may have not known when it comes to using the base fee and using a portion of the base fee to burn SHIB. I feel like they definitely heard us, and I understand that they're trying to make Bone the biggest piece of the ecosystem. I mean, that's their goal. They hold a lot. They get paid in Bone, the developers and all of that stuff, right? Um, and Treat is supposed to be a big payment for all of the breeds, so that's a big deal as long as Treat has value. Um, and I see that they're trying to do that, but if they would have done this from the beginning by utilizing Bone to impact Shiba Inu from the beginning, we would have believed that they're about helping the entire ecosystem. But now it's making it seem like we believe, or we believe that they are basically using Shiba Inu as a pawn, right? In every scenario, every way that they go. But I'm hopeful that we can see burns, and I'm hopeful that we can still see, um, the ability to hold the amount of holders or wallets that have Shiba Inu, because we have like 1.3 million people. Yeah, 1.282 million holders for Shiba Inu, and I want to see those holders hold rather than transition or move over to Bone or Leash or any other token that they're creating. Dude, we couldn't hear any audio in that video. I know. That's why um, I had to unlist it. How about the one sentence that at the beginning that said Shibarium is not and never will be a price pumping mechanism? Um, I mean, that I really didn't. I didn't understand. I mean, nothing should be a price pumping mechanism. So I would sort of agree with that. I don't ever think that we should label Shiba Inu as a price pump token or a Dogecoin as a price pump token. Um, it's yes about creating more gains for individuals. That's what majority of people are invested for, but it doesn't mean that's the sole purpose of it. So obviously, throughout time, you create the popularity to create a bigger use case. So to say that it is a price pump mechanism would mean that you're like, hey, I want this to pump it so that people can dump. Like that's not what I like to hear. So I understand where you're coming from. It's basically saying that, oh, we're not here to pump the price of Shiba Inu, or we're not here to pump the price of anything else. Um, I don't necessarily think that that sentence was a problem. But I think the fact that they kind of tiptoe around the term Shiba Inu so that they mention it the least amount of times is the problem. You know, if they're sitting here saying, "Oh well, the ecosystem, we need to fix the ecosystem," instead of saying the Shiba Inu ecosystem or whatever, and putting that name in bold letters, knowing that Shiba Inu is the main part of the ecosystem, when you have the same thing that you're doing for Bone, when it has Bone in bold letters saying this is what Bone is, make sure you guys know what Bone is, and all of that. Um, every time you see Shiba Inu, it's not highlighted, it's not in bold letters, but it's it's playing with your mind. It's playing mind games to where they're writing this article to do like some sort of subliminal messaging that says bone, 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 which means, you know what? Let me go ahead and look up bone and buy bone because that's the way that they displayed the article. It's definitely um, that's a little bit of an issue for me. But either way, we don't know what's going to happen with Shibarium. We don't know what the impact's going to be for Shiba Inu. We don't know how much volume is going to flow over there. We don't know how much liquidity that they will have, right? We really don't know any of this information here. But I'm excited to see what it will be. I think that was more in response to the community expecting Shibarium would help pump the price of Shiba Inu. They told us clearly that that's not what that's for. Yeah, and I don't think it should be for that. I think it should organically increase the price um, with movement, in certain positions, but it's not something where you're gonna see people that are solely buying, Shiba Inu over there, but they're able to buy so many other coins. Um, and I just don't think it should be a price pumping tool because I don't want to see Shiba Inu's name with anything that's like, hey, this is just a pump. You know, it's not about that, right? Because pumps you end up losing air, right? And I don't want that to happen. But we'll see. We will see. I know that Shiba Inu is on the back burner for them. We all know that. But um, we'll have to see as things get released. I think Shiba Inu, uh, wait, never like Dogecoin. Shibarium always says soon, and this coin never going to 0.001. What do you think, Matt? Do I think Shiba Inu is ever going to 0.001? At 10% of a penny. So you would need to burn a lot of the supply in order to do that. So I think it is possible with Shibarium, and if we can see the amount of burns that I can expect, even at a low level, you can expect to see a lot more burns that are going through and a decrease in the overall supply to get it to that level. If we can find a way to burn this from 500 trillion or 600 trillion down to 50 or 60 trillion, well, then we have the ability to get there, right? Because 0.0001 is a 50 or 60 billion dollar market cap. However, if we get up to 0.001, we're adding another zero, which would be a $600 billion market cap. However, again, if we take a zero away from the supply, so instead of a 600 trillion, you're looking at a 60 trillion, well, now you get into the same situation to where it's a $60 billion market cap that gets us to 10% of a penny. So it can happen. It's just we got to see a lot that's burning off. And it's majority of the volume, right? Majority of the supply. Who knows if we'll be able to get there? Um, but I'm excited for the journey. I just hope the journey is heavily supported, or Shiba Inu is heavily supported in this journey. Matt, do you think Gala has more upside, or should I sell? I think Gala has upside. So I don't know where it's at right now, but I think Gala has a ton of upside with everything that they announced when it comes to being deflationary and everything. If you wanted to get short-term gains out of it, I know it did go up to about 5.5 cents. So if you wanted to get short-term gains out of it, I don't blame you. I'm not going to tell you to buy more or sell it, everything. But it depends on what your strategy is, right? If you're very cautious on, investing into positions and making sure that you have gains and everything there, I would say that, selling is probably a good bet for you. If you have 100% of your profit, maybe take or 100% gain in profit or something like that. Maybe take your initial investment plus whatever a portion of your profit is, 30%, and leave the rest that's in there, right? 70% of your profit, leave in there and let it run for whatever you want it to run to. But if you're investing a lot and you feel as though you're not going to get all that money back in the short term when you want to, um, I would say, or in the long term when you want to, but you want to invest short term and make some money, then go about it. I'm not going to tell you not to sell. I'm not going to tell you to hold, to buy more or anything like that. Um, what do you think about KP3R? I don't know what that is, but KP3R. Currently at 75 cents or $75.11, down today. We are seeing $3.3 million in volume. You have 425,000 that's in the total supply. You do have an unlimited max supply, so I don't know how that's introduced there. If you look at the amount of markets, it does have a decent amount of markets, 41 different pairings, which is definitely a good situation to see. I just wanted to see, these are all pairings. I wanted to see if they just break it down by CEX. I always like to look at how many specific markets, not by how many pairings they have. But whatever. We'll deal with that when we come to it. But let's look at how many holders there are and what the wallets look like. So there's 7,473 holders, which is not a lot, but it is a lot compared to how many coins are in total, the max supply that's there. If we go to the holders here, we're going to see that Binance holds 28%. Of course, you do have an open wallet of 8%, which I don't like to see. That's a big, punch in the gut if they decide to sell anything, as well as this at about 5%. That's a big punch in the gut if they do end up selling anything there, because that ends up being, over 10%, which can collapse the position. However, it's been around for, I guess, quite some time. Looking at all history, we've seen this back in 2020, and we've seen this up to $1,800, and I can understand why. Doesn't look like there's, I was going to say it doesn't look like there's much dilution, but it looks like we have seen some dilution somewhere here. So in this downturn, we've seen some addition of coins before it does have a little bit of an increase, even though the price really didn't spike. It started to decrease. If the price decreases, but the market cap goes up, then you know that the supply is increased, right? Why they doubled the max supply? Someone please explain this. So that's what I mean. Adding more of the supply is never really a good situation, because then it devalues where you can get to. So a $360 million market cap would be way less than $1,800 where it was. So you might want to look into that addition of supply and how they are adding it. But basically, from what they said here, they doubled the max supply. 300 people in here. Hit the like button, please. Yeah, we have about 200 likes, which is definitely good. I appreciate everybody that's here. 314 people. One of the best lives that we had in a while. And, it's all because of, positivity in the markets. It's always great to see that. and I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Um, Please take some time to hit the like button. Crypto King, if the community does not, wait, does what works for them, no particular token would be on the moon. I say the reverse of doing what works for you. Work together and achieve boom. I sort of agree to that. Morning, Matt. Feel like Lunic is stuck. Yeah, it sort of is. I don't know why. I would expect so much more growth, but to tell you the truth, I want to get my coins filled again. Like I said, maybe I should move this from crypto.com. If I move it to a different platform, I know it's going to cost me to move it because that's what they do. They charge you every single step of the way. But if I can move it to a different platform, then I can buy, maybe at a cheaper price and get my 28 million back. Because currently I would be getting 27 million at a certain price. Yeah, Shiba Inu not on my back burner. I'm taking it right off the stove. You're putting it in the oven? I got you. Sometimes you need to put some things in the oven because they cook better in there. You got to cook it from the inside out rather than from the outside in. If you're searing something, you're cooking it from the outside in. But if you have it in the oven, you're cooking it from the inside out. I understand where you're coming from. You're letting it bake in there, and you're investing more into it. Is that what I heard? Just joking. Um, when when are they releasing Shibarium? We don't know the answer to that yet. That's a good question, but I don't know. Um, and Brandon, it's player versus player, right? For some people, gaining someone else has to lose. I will repeat this to you for the last time. Do what works for you. Yeah, I mean, uh, good morning, Leotis. Thank you for showing up over here on Twitch. I appreciate it. Um, that's definitely a good point. The markets are player versus player. We all know that. Um, but when the way we're growing things, we either do it based on a community or based on um, whatever the leaders in that ecosystem want to do. I guess I'm starving. I got my ship safely secure on Voyager. Nobody can get to it there. Even you. Matt, shout out to all the Indians in into crypto market. What? Please love your work. Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for saying that you love my work. I think the best AI coin. Wait, AGIX, maybe. Haven't looked into it. Crypto King, this is what's wrong with the market. It should be player versus corrupt banker. If we figure out what they owe, we're taking the system down. So that's the thing, is a lot of people do believe it is player versus player. It depends what type of market it is, right? If you're not seeing firms or institutions heavily invested into markets, then it is player versus player. However, if you're seeing institutions that are heavily invested or firms that are heavily invested, a lot of times it's the player versus a lot of these firms, or small money versus big money. So that's usually the way that you see it. And a lot of times when you're going into an investment, whether it's in the stock market, a crypto market, or wherever you're trading, a lot of times you're trading against that black box, right? Where they have their own system, their own algorithm in place, to where it's like, once we see a certain point, we sell. We see a certain point, we buy. We're shorting. We're doing all this other stuff to gain what they can gain. Sorry, short term and long term, right? They're looking for a way for us to lose. If we lose, they win, right? The more of us that lose, the bigger their overall profit is, right? So that's what they're pushing for. So you're right. I think both of you are right by saying that it is player versus player, but it's also player versus or small money versus big money. Matt, BNB is one of the cheapest cryptos you can move. Send it over to KuCoin. They don't charge you for deposits. You can then purchase. You can then purchase it there. You shouldn't lose too much doing that way. So I think I do have a KuCoin account. I just um yeah, I think I do have a KuCoin account. I probably should see if I can make that move and just stop my order. Because if I stop my order, then I can make whatever move I wanted to make. But I don't think this Terra Luna Classic is ever getting filled. I really don't. Whoops. So thank you all for joining me today. I mean, we have 347 people that are here. I appreciate every single one of you. Everybody hit the like button. Thank you for the $2 super chat, by the way. I really appreciate that as well. That goes a long way, especially while revenue for YouTube is down a hell of a lot. I used to get like $10 to $12 per thousand views, and now it's like $5. It's insanely low. Um, so yeah, it's definitely a little bit more difficult. And I think it's the ads that are happening. Like you get lower payments for ads as the beginning of the year happens. They're willing to pay more towards the middle and the end of the year. Um, but yeah, that absolutely sucks. But I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate you guys watching because that helps out even a little bit, right? Without people watching, even $5 wouldn't be an option, right? So, how long do you think Shibarium hype could last after it being launched? Um, I think Shibarium hype could last for a while. I know there are businesses that are looking to use Shibarium for burning, for um, building and all types of stuff. So I mean, we could see Shibarium hype last for a while, but it all depends how much the volume ends up being, right? If we're seeing it launched in a bull market and the volume continues and continues and continues, then yes, we can see Shibarium hype last for a long time. Um, but if we see something that's more bearish and things start to fall heavily and continue to fall and continue to fall, well, then we see a decrease in the volume, which means people are not going to go ahead and buy on Shibarium. But as long as it's cheaper than the other options, you should be fine. Institutions will start coming in when there is a clear regulatory rules for crypto, and that's when you dump on them. Um, yes and no. I think they come in whether there are, you know, there is a strong bit of regulation, right? If there's a lot of regulation, then, or the launch of regulation or introduction of regulation to the markets, um, then yes, you may see that. But I think they're in it for more of the gains as well. If they see the gains within the crypto market, they're going to invest either way, whether it's regulated or not. I just wish utility case gets better for Kronos. Yeah, I hope that crypto.com fixes the freaking problems that they have because I can't sit here and promote a platform that charges you um, an arm and a leg over well over what the price the actual price is. And if they have it listed at a certain price and I go and buy it and it's for um, you know 10 or 20% more, like why would I buy on that platform? Why would anybody buy on that platform? Because they don't know what the prices are? I haven't checked out the exchange, and if anybody can tell me if the exchange is more accurate, please let me know. The reason why I haven't checked out the exchange is because it's not available to me. I know it's available to some people in the US, but it's not available to me. Dumb money doesn't always have to be retailers. Institutions can be dumb money too. Ask Sam Bankman-Fried. I mean, first of all, I'm not asking him anything, um, but I think you're right there. Yeah, there can be a dumb money there, but the issue is that even though when people have so much money that even though they make a dumb decision or they feel like they make a dumb decision, they can back it up with more money. I'll give you a point, right? Um, Harper's yelling at Emmy upstairs because Emmy is biting Carl. Um, uh, so I'll give you a point, right? Um, or I keep hearing them upstairs. Just Emmy just keeps biting Carl. Carl would just come down here. It's not like a bite. Like it's like a playful bite. I think she does that because she wants to play with somebody and she has nobody to play with. Um, Not while I'm down here. But anyways, where was I going with this? Always get so. Big money can be dumb money as well. Um, so if you look at the AMC situation where they have so much money to short the position, literally billions of dollars, they continue to double down, triple down, quadruple down, and just heavily promote this as being a horrible company or the worst company in the world by shorting the hell out of it, right? And yes, they're not the most profitable company, and a lot of times they're not profitable at all. Um, but the point is that they don't deserve to go bankrupt because they decide to short it. But they continue to double down and triple down and add money to the pot. And even though it's a dumb decision for them to do that, they they continue to be dumb until they're not, right? So they will continue to short it for as long as they possibly can. With time, a lot of people end up moving away from the position. Now, I'm still in it. I just haven't talked about it much on this channel because it's become crypto's become the primary focus of like this channel. Um, and I want to continue with that. I also want to talk about AMC, so I think I'm going to be making a video on my NFA channel. So if you're interested in hearing where AMC is right now, because we did see a 20% increase um, yesterday, and we're seeing a 3% increase in the pre-market. So that's good to see. Um, and we want to see this obviously progress further and see us make a ton of money from here, as well as seeing, AMC just get to the levels that it should be at, should hover at. And hopefully the market recovers as well as the crypto market recovering. Because again, Tesla was up 7% yesterday and up 3%, 3.5% today. We're seeing SOS making a move. Was up 19%. That's good to see. My current cost basis, I think, is like $190. And the reason why is because they actually, I believe, did a reverse stock split or some form of that. But that's enough about stocks. Um, Shibarium is a new platform coming. Yes, it is. Matthew, what do you think about ShibX, the social platform that launched yesterday? Hmm. I haven't looked at it. Sorry, I'm tired. I haven't looked at it. But we can definitely look at it a little bit. Let's search for it. I don't know what it is. Um, is there a coin associated with it? One. ShibX. I don't know. I can see the Twitter. So passion in investing, trading, crypto, SHIB chart analysis from, okay, that's not it. Yeah, I haven't seen anything for it. If it's not trending, then I haven't really seen anything for it. Get out of here. I keep investing in Luna. Maybe I should invest back into SHIB. I think there will be a retraction. Then I hop in next month, or then I'll hope next month, or hop in next month. Um, so this is the thing. I never like to go back and forth, right? I never like to, take a position and go, okay, this has more potential. Let me go here. Well, let me take this all out of here and let me go here. If I am going to do that, the way that I would do that is take the profit that I'm gaining from one to put it in another. I would not go, okay, this has a little bit more potential. Let me move all my money over here. No, I see the potential in one. I stick with that potential. I understand where that potential is going, and I live through that investment. But then I also invest more money into other places unless I find a way to gain profit with that first one that I can move over to other places. So I never try to um, kind of time the market or effectively time positions because timing the market is difficult, is sort of impossible to 100% do or even like 50% do. But timing the market plus individual positions, the timing on the individual positions is even more difficult. So I try to limit the risk as best as possible. And doing that is something that is insanely difficult. It could probably work, one time out of 10. Um, Maybe even less of a chance than that. But it's the odds aren't really good enough for me. So I try to invest in multiple things to see the growth unless like say ApeCoin, right? ApeCoin got up to $30 or so. I ended up selling some of that and then moving it or most of it and moving it into another position. And that's one of the rare cases where you can see that happen, where ApeCoin moves by itself or something else moves by itself, and then you can put it into another position. However, I still hold some ApeCoin. Unfortunately, half of my SHIB went lost due to FTX. That's horrible. I'm sorry that that happened. A CRO is a little cheaper. Um, CRO is a little cheaper on CDC compared to the Coinbase and others, but most everything else is definitely more expensive. But you can swap CRO in the DeFi wallet for CRO wrapped coins. So I can imagine they would have a cheaper price for CRO. Um, it's because it's their native token. If they don't, then that doesn't make sense at all. But everything else, I don't understand why there's such a high of a difference. I can understand seeing a difference if it's at 1750. I could see a difference of it going to 1770 and pocketing the difference between that. Right, 1750 to 1770 is not that bad. Right, it's bad if you look at it as a day trader. It is bad. Um, but it's not as bad as seeing 1750 and the price over in crypto.com is 1900 or 1850. It's way too high. It's way too much. You're losing out. You know, a lot of people that may invest are losing out on a ton of potential because they're investing over in crypto.com. And the same thing went for BNB. I moved BNB over to crypto.com, and I did some I'm just make stupid mistakes sometimes. Um and converting it to USD because BNB wouldn't convert directly to Lunic. Um Converting it to USD, it was the price of it was 305 on CoinMarketCap, and everywhere else it was around 305, 304, things like that. And crypto.com had it listed at 289, 290. So you literally have a $14 or $15 difference between BNB's price on crypto.com and BNB's price everywhere else. And that was just ridiculous. Your last video had no audio. I know. I unlisted the videos and I kind of need to recreate those videos because I feel like some of them had really important information. Not really the bull run video. I mean, that's kind of a standard cryptocurrency video that I wanted to make and wanted people to hear my opinion. Um, but it doesn't really necessarily need to be created right now. Yes, in the last 24 hours. Um, all morning around 25 million. What do you think about Bitcoin 3 years from now? Um, I don't know about 3 years from now, but I know that media is trying to push that heavily. So I don't want to explore it too much because media is pushing it too much. Where they're like, oh, instead of buying Shiba Inu, buy Bitgert, and why people are buying Bitgert over Shiba Inu, and it's like, really, are they? Are they really buying Bitgert over Shiba Inu? CRO is charging an extra penny for Lunic right now. I know, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Thank you, Richie, for that $20 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Again, it helps out a lot, especially since revenue for YouTube is down like crazy. I'm so surprised that it dropped that much. I was looking at my RPM and seeing that at $5 per thousand views. I'm like, that's less than half of what I was getting beforehand. And this is where it starts to get, I guess, a little bit difficult, where you left your job plus you were getting this extra income. Now you only have this. So it's like, well, technically you have passive income as well. Um, but it's definitely crazy. I heard that YouTube, for the ad revenue in the beginning of the year, YouTube just has low rates because they don't have as many ads that are willing to pay. So makes sense. Does. But I appreciate your super chat, and I definitely see that Terra Luna Classic is, um, charging way too much compared to everything else. I am seeing it lower, or a little bit lower, at 1814, while you see Terra Luna Classic currently at 1754. So right now, this is where I want it to be, or this is where I have my target price. And YouTube, why is YouTube being cheap? I think it's more or less the advertisers. If they don't want to pay, then it moves over to the YouTuber as well. I don't know. It's just weird. But it makes sense. It's like if you have a popular show, but then people aren't watching at that moment, advertisers are willing to pay, but they will pay less, and you don't see the competition. If you don't see the competition, um, you're not going to see the payments. So it's understandable. Um, but anyways, Terra Luna Classic is at 1814 on crypto.com and 1756. Now, again, this is my target price on crypto.com, and we're inching our way closer to it. It's just by the time this gets to 18 or gets to 1750, 1752 is what it shows here as my target price. Once it gets to 1752, you're going to have the actual price be in like the 16s, which means I would probably be able to capture 28 or 29 million. So a little bit more than what I had. So that sucks. That absolutely sucks. Why don't you change to Facebook platform? I believe they pay more than YouTube. Um, I didn't know Facebook actually pays, so I can stream on Facebook, but I didn't know Facebook actually pays you at all. Viewership is down so much. Um, wouldn't it be better if those who wish to tip send it right to your wallet? That's why you get 100% instead of half that. Yeah, I mean, I know they just recently changed it to where you get, I guess, 50% of everything instead of 70%. So it used to be to where super chats you would get 70% of that, but I'm not 100% sure if they did change that. It might be still 70%. Um, but of the ad revenue, I think you only get paid like 50% total. Stream on Rumble too. I want to. I have to hit like a certain amount of followers on Rumble, and then I can stream. I think right now I'm at like 60. Something up like that. Cool. Gone to the website before. I've streamed on Rumble before. Let me go to my account. Go to this. And yeah, I have 22 followers. I think you need 100 in order to start streaming on there. Yeah, I've made a couple of videos, and I literally just reposted some of the videos that are on YouTube. And I do want to stream, but we will see. Um, I thought uh I thought starting January shorts were paying more. It's starting February shorts are paying something, but I don't produce that many shorts anyways. I have a golf channel I produce shorts, but you know that doesn't really get a ton of views. I have been getting a decent amount of views on one of those videos. It got like 17,000, which is really good for golf videos. You can stream on Veracity and viewers to get rewards too. Would YouTube get mad if you put a chip wallet address in the description that people could use instead of super chats? No, no, they're open to anybody getting donations any way possible. They're not against having your own like PayPal or Cash App or anything there. Um, but it's just a lot of people don't end up using those. Used to be paid for shorts at all, but well, actually, people would be paid for shorts depending if they watch on desktop. But then there's also some people that have a fund, so there was like a fund allocated um, to where they would get paid. But now there's going to be like a larger fund where it's like 100 million that's put into that fund for people creating shorts videos. However, there's a lot of people getting thousands, like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of views on shorts videos, which I would like to have. I think my largest video on my channel, if I look at videos in general, the most popular one was like stimulus check videos, and then also a fidelity video. But then we also have popular shorts videos, where my most popular one is if you hold a SHIB, you must watch this, where it's 364,000 or 143,000 there. But then a lot of other ones will get like 20,000 or 10,000 or something like that, and recent ones get like couple thousand here and there. But I haven't been posting a lot of those. I would love to post more, um, and I probably will. I feel like this one was good, where it's like a back and forth situation. I like that. Hmm. Um, I saw that too. I read that. I will look up on there, or look me up on Rumble. Thank you. I appreciate that. But anyways, the crypto market. Let's see where we're at. We're currently down a little bit, 0.09%. Approaching the $1 trillion market cap level, but it looks like we're kind of resisting away from there, or at least not really like solidly resisting, but fighting to get to those levels, fighting to break above 1 trillion. Um, I'm so far away to even getting a penny. I should stay out of this. No, you're good. Good. Um, but you still do have to be at a certain level, I think, like subscriber wise and viewership wise, in order to get paid on there. Um, Not many YouTubers will share their yearly earnings. I wish and hope you get to 1 million subscribers soon. You're one of the you're one of a kind. I appreciate that. It means a lot. I do see a lot of people that share their earnings because it's become a popular topic at the end of the year. How much a person with 100,000 subscribers makes in a year. How much the person with the 10 million views, how much have you made on 10 million views? I do want to do a full breakdown on maybe TikTok and YouTube of how much YouTube has paid me over my lifetime um, of doing YouTube, and I think that's a good video concept. Why isn't Chronos pumping, by the way? Um, wait, why isn't Chronos pumping? By the way, you were good and friends. Um, I'm not that Matthew Perry. Jasmine will melt faces this year. I mean, I hope so. I know that they added a lot of their supply, which makes it a better situation than what it was. However, getting up to an all-time high is most likely not going to happen. When I say most likely, I mean it's not going to happen. Um, because an all-time high for them, if we look at all history, we've seen this at a $1.2 billion market cap. $1.2 billion market cap was a a 22-cent price. However, $4 was the highest price. Can this get to $4? That would be a $200 billion market cap if this gets to $4. So it's not going to get back to all-time highs, I don't believe, unless they find a way to make this or transition this into being deflationary. And yes, but no, I would say don't push for $4. You could probably push for maybe highs of um, maybe a couple pennies, you know, 10 cents, something like that, where you're looking at if you see a $1 price point, that would be a 50 or $46.3 billion market cap. But if you see a 10-cent price point, that's a $4.6 billion market cap, which is definitely possible. You get an OnlyFans account. I don't think you can even mention that on um, YouTube. So I don't know why I just said it. But no, no, that's not a thing. We still have rate hikes coming, so I'm just dollar cost averaging and enjoying the ride. Build, build, and build. I hear you. Takes a long it takes a long time, Richard. It does take a while. As long as you remain consistent and you find the right process in building and you learn every day, um, you got to make sure you're learning something new every day. I've seen your setup that you've changed your setup a little bit, and you have like a I guess you're using a certain software. I don't know what software. Maybe it's Streamlabs or whatever, but you're using a certain software, um, and that's good to see. I think you always need to find a way to learn, to change things, to work on thumbnails, understanding tags, um, understanding when to talk about what, because some things will get pushed at certain time frames and all of that. I try to really navigate through that, and the thing that I've learned, I would say, is more or less create something that's uh, relatable to a lot of people. So when you're creating a video, it's not about, oh, this is just a, I don't know, Terra Luna Classic update, right? You want something that is going to be sustainable, that's going to have the same amount of views tomorrow as it could today, right? Um, so you're creating something that has longevity that you can watch, that somebody can watch the next day or the next day or the next month or the next week. If you create something that's specific only to that day, then people only watch it on that day, which is not a bad situation. If you are, getting a good amount of views from it and a good amount of subscribers, it's setting you up for success to set up a lot of those longer term videos. But you have to make sure that you get something that can live for a while. One of the examples would be turning turning a certain amount into a certain amount with this cryptocurrency. A lot of times those can live for a very long time. And I've seen, I think, hundreds of or tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views from some of those videos. Like if I go to my videos and go to like most popular, yes, we're going to have stimulus check videos, but you have this, my exit plan, turning 3K into 36 million with Shiba Inu. Now, that obviously was a year ago when things were insanely popular there, but you're looking for something that has longevity. That's 134,000 views within a video like that. I think we see another one of those where it's 270 to 3 million, looking at the short term or the smaller holders. Um, and if you scroll down here, you're going to see another exit plan for Terra Luna Classic at 58K, and then 59K for this one. Terra Luna Classic can reach $1, but how? So things have um, that have a long life, right? Not everything has a long life, but things that have a long life. Man, I try to DM you. Wait, you are not taking any questions? I need your shirt. Um, oh, my shirt size? It's a large. Extra large around the biceps. No, I'm just playing. Just large. Just that's my shirt size. Uh, but I don't know, where did you try and DM me on Twitter? I think I have to be following you. I think I'm following you on Twitter. I don't follow many people. I try to follow as uh less people as possible, just so that you know we don't have a crazy amount of messages coming across. But I do talk to people directly on Twitter. I talk to a lot of people directly on Patreon. So I don't know if you messaged me there. I haven't checked it in like a day and a half. So I agree, Samuel. Jasmine will be huge. I think Jasmine can have a lot of potential. Don't get me wrong; it does have a lot of potential, actually. Um, but the issue that you will have again, I think they've kind of sorted out the supply or circulating supply situation. So now you're looking at 0.004 of a price. So getting up to 1 cent, you're looking at doubling where you are. Getting up to 10 cents, which I firmly believe it can make that move to, will be even better. Now, I don't know where for the last month, where the lowest price has been, 0.002. So you could be looking at basically a 4x from here to getting up to a penny, and then seeing a penny to that level. You're just multiplying that by 10. So you're looking at a 40x return up to 10 cents. Not a bad option, especially with 93% of the supply out there. I'll go to Patreon. Yeah, I answer all of the message over on Patreon. I'm actually going to check it as soon as I'm done here today. Um, how is Jasmine not a rug pull? The chat says it all. So understand that um, when you go into a position like this, right, a lot of times what they will do, I don't see it as a rug pull. I mean, I haven't checked the holders, um, but I don't really see it. Yeah, I don't really see it as a rug pull. What you can see here, though, is that supply gets introduced. And I don't know exactly how it was introduced, but when you have such a low supply, it's bound to happen, right? So you're going to have it started at 3%, I believe, or like 10%, and now has 93% of the supply. That doesn't mean that it's a rug pull. It just means they introduced all of the supply, and it decreased the overall price, because it wasn't something that gave more value as it was increasing the supply. The opposite effect of that would be what happened with bone, right? You're increasing the value of bone. So you're looking at a higher market cap, which means you can see some of the same prices because you have the increase of value. For Jasmine, you have no increase of value. So to create a higher market cap, um, or to essentially hold a higher market cap, is sort of impossible right now until you establish something that gives you a little bit more value. So it doesn't look like a rug pull. What it looks like is something that was just heavily diluted. Now, when you get to the heavily diluted portion, or the spot where it officially is diluted all the way down to the lowest low or really low points, now you can make your official investment. And I talked about that in plenty of my other videos, saying that Jasmine doesn't look like a good investment for me until they add all of the circulating supply. Well, they did that. Looks like a good investment. I'm not so sure that I'll make a move into it. If I do, it'll probably pull from other positions to make a move in there, because I'm not going to invest in anything else. I don't feel like spending any more money. But the place you can get it on Binance, Coinbase, you can get it on Kraken, Uniswap, crypto.com if you want to, because it'll probably be more expensive. You might not want to do it. But you can get it on plenty of different platforms. So it has a lot of markets, has $60.3 million in volume. If you look at historical data, you're seeing tens to hundreds of millions of dollars in volume, which is not bad in a position like this. Um, that coin won't have 5 years. That coin won't have 5 years of chart history. Show me something that doesn't look like a rug pull. This doesn't look like a rug pull. So look at this. This doesn't look like a rug pull. This is heavily diluted. A rug pull is basically going from the highest point that it could possibly be. So literally going from $4, boom, dropping straight down. The fact that it held at some of these levels and you're seeing increases means that it has dilution. So they're adding to the supply. You see it increase, adding to the supply, see it increase, adding to the supply. You see that increase a little bit, and they're still adding to the supply. And they just recently added a ton to the supply, making the market cap, if it can hold at some of these prices, up at a higher market cap. Now, we've seen this at a lower market cap where it was at 19 million, right? $19 million. And then you see the skyrocket in market cap, but you're not seeing the price do that. Why? Because it actually did have a level that it decreased down to a lower price point, right? Being at 0.005. And the crazy thing is, I lied about saying that it didn't hold a higher market cap, because going from 18 to $200 million market cap shows that it does have support up in these higher levels and the amount of volume that goes through. So between this and, like, if you want to see a real rug pull chart, let me see if I could find it. I don't know which one it is, but I think it's this one. Whichever one it is, Squid Game token. I don't know if this one is it. But that's what I consider more of a rug pull. It goes all the way up to $36, right? Where you have that much. I don't know where the market cap was at that point, but it goes all the way up to $36. This is what you call a rug pull. This is what you call, hey, I invested into this position because I didn't know what it was, and then boom, that is a rug pull. I would vouch for Jasmine and say that this is not a rug pull. This is just a heavily diluted position. There's a difference. People kind of mix so much. Oh, can you show us coin market cap? Wait. All liquidity taken in short spaces of time, like minutes. What? So rug pull has a straight vertical drop, not sloped. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not saying that I was calling it the rug pull. I'm not saying that Jasmine is absolutely the best position that's out there, but to say that it was a complete rug pull when it doesn't have bigger holders that are pulling completely out of the position, you have a higher market cap, you have more supply that's out there. So now you're in a situation where it creates a time where this could be an investment. That's what you need to understand, is there's a lot of those that are out there where you see bone, where I talked about it the same way. That was at like 3% of the supply. 3% of the supply. Now they introduce 71%. And now you have a chance to make a move in that position because you have most of the supply that is out there. And it also shows a little bit more potential because of everything that they're introducing. So there's so much more than just looking at this and going, oh, this decreased from $4 down to less than a penny. It's a rug pull. No, it's heavily diluted and also a bear market within that. So I don't know if I'll make an investment in Jasmine, but I definitely believe that it has potential. And I'll probably make some more videos on it on the NFA channel, um, just to give my full understanding of the difference between a rug pull and not a rug pull. Um, let's see. Let me uh, you think? So we'll do that. A good video. Anyways, so we have to buy Squid Game token now. No, that's not the case. No, I'm not saying that. It does have 56,000 in volume. Does have no. Don't do that, guys. It was not a good situation. I'm sure people have made some money from it. I'm sure people in the beginning have made a crap ton of money. I was going to say something else, but a crap ton of money from this position. Um, but anyways, Shiba Inu today is up 16.5%. We all, or a lot of people, love Shiba Inu. It's great to see that. Currently at 0.00001233. Seeing the volume very, very close to that $1 billion mark, insanely close to it. I'm excited for the growth. I'm glad that we're seeing it up 16% even in a market while it's down, while everything else is down. So this is good. Oh God, people stay away from losing all your money. It ain't 2021. I guess. Can it reach $1? Can what reach $1? Jasmine? That's a good question. Is that the next question that we're going to start asking? Um, just know that it is a high market cap. That would be a $46 billion market cap. Can it? Yes. Will it? I'm not sure. I would say that it doesn't have the popularity. I would have to go into the holders and everything and see if it can. And that may be the next question. But that will be on the NFA channel. If you guys are interested in seeing the NFA channel, go to my main channel. Just click on my name, go over to channels, and you'll see I have a golf channel, NFA investing, Matt reacts, my gaming channel. You can subscribe to any of those. Everybody else is just friends and family. But if you do want to subscribe to any of these four, you can subscribe to them and be a part of that over there. I still have my original picture. That's pretty cool. I know that I have this new picture that I had we took in like family photos and stuff. Um, but I don't know. I just have to have this original photo. I feel like that's who I am, you know? What's up, bro? What do you think about bomb money? I don't know what bomb money is, but let's go ahead and check it out. Is it a what is it? This one, bomb money? Currently it is at 70 cents. You see 1.7 million coins. That is a low amount of coins. That's good. Max supply is 1.7, so 100% of supply is out there. Phenomenal in that when it comes to that information. However, volume, not so much. Volume at $5,000 is not good to see. That shows that it does not have a ton of popularity or does not have a ton of markets it's available on. So it's only available on PancakeSwap, and it only has pairings of BNB and some other stuff. So you need to have more markets available. I don't know how early this is. You saw this at $5. Currently, you're seeing it at 69 cents. It has decreased, steadily decreased from this level in 2021, basically a year ago. We've seen this launched and it was at $5, and now we're seeing it at a very low point, and it's understandable because the markets were very, very bearish throughout that time period. But the typical volume that you are seeing are thousands of dollars, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 dollars that flows through it. Um, so it doesn't look like it's enough in popularity to get you anywhere. You do have 2,499 holders. If you go into the actual holders, you're going to see 46% that's in one contract address. I don't know why you need that much in a contract address, but it is something that is sort of concerning. We understand the liquidity portion of this, 14%. You do have an open wallet at about 6%. I do not like that. It's worth about $61,000. But this is something that can easily find a way to pull out, and not necessarily completely rug pull it, but definitely have a high impact to where the price goes, especially with only a certain amount of coins in total supply, where you see 1.4. So I don't necessarily think that this has a ton of potential. I would say there are some red flags when it comes to the volume. There's nothing that has been added in a year. They're not adding any other exchanges in a year of being launched. So that's not a good situation, which makes it look like they're not taking the time or effort into building this thing out. And the larger open wallet that you do see, as well as the 41 or 46% in a contract address that I do not know where that's going. So I would say if I had to make a choice on whether or not I would invest in this position, I would say I would lean more towards not investing in this position. And that's just my opinion and what I feel like I'm doing, Well, there's a lot of carpet coins. They're not rugs just stuck in the carpet like gum. I mean, that's a good way of putting it. For some. When does Shibarium come online? I'm not so sure. They're doing testing. They're going to go through testing phases, but it doesn't mean that it's launching right now. And a lot of times, I would imagine they're going to launch it with like no type of warning, because they don't like to build things up unless it's absolutely nothing. If they're launching Wellies or John Richmond, they'll promote it for a week, but um, everything else, they're like, no, we'll just launch it when it's ready. Hey Matt, have you done anything with AGIX? It has made about 5x move in the last month. That's amazing. No, I haven't done anything with AGIX. Um, Sorry. Ooh. If you do see right now, it's at about 20 cents, 20 and a half cents. We see 59% of the supply that is out there. We're seeing the volume up 49%. Did it get introduced on some markets? Because it has a lot of places that it's available, 25 different pairings, which is a good thing. Creates a lot of volume, $151 million in volume. So that's good to see. You are seeing $242 million as a market cap. So this does show a lot of potential. However, we do want to see what the history is for that potential. This has been all the way up to $1.50, but I would imagine it had way less supply at that point. So you can see that the supply or the market cap was at 300 million. So they have had heavy dilution into it, but seeing a high of about 500 million shows that this can double in price up to some of the all-time highs. However, just look out for that triple top scenario, which may be a horrible situation to be a part of, because then it starts to decrease again and gets back down to a 40 $40 million market cap. But right now it's on such of a move that I wouldn't be willing to make an investment, because it is on that move, down from a level of 4 cents all the way up to a level of 20 cents where it's at. Seeing a 4x or 5x return is good, but it's also a time where I would be like, all right, well, it's already moved 5x. I'm not going to invest into it, So for me, I'm not going to make a move. It does look like something that has a lot of volume. And it does look like something that could have potential up to about a $500 million market cap, at a minimum, and then could probably see a little bit more in a full bull run. But we're still also questioning the total amount of supply that is out there. You have a max supply of 2 billion and a total supply of 1.2 billion. So let's go into the holders to see what's happening there. 37,000. You have 20% in Binance, of course, but then you also have another 6% in Binance. Binance 14, 1.8%. You have an open wallet of 1%, but that's understandable. You do have a contract address of 10%, so no real red flags here when you're looking at the holders. Um, so yeah, I mean it shows some potential. It's just I feel like a lot of the gain, the 5x return, people have missed it. So it doesn't make sense for anyone to, if you're looking for a short-term investment or a swing trade, you missed a lot of the opportunity. You know, another subscriber here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you subscribing and letting me know that you subscribed. I wish I had alerts on. I don't have alerts. Yeah, I should probably put like alerts on or something so I know when people subscribe and I know when people send super chats and stuff like that. I'm still sore over wellies. I hear you. Uh, Dojan making moves. What do you think about that? Just community pumping. No new catalyst. um, yeah, I mean, you're gonna see pumps in popular positions. We're getting dangerously close to that $1 trillion market cap. I know. I think someone mentioned the fact that Powell speaks today. Um, I don't know if he actually does. If you're asking that question, um, hopefully, Jay, you're still here. Jay Linus, thank you for being here. What's going on with you? Just trying to scroll back up and get some other messages. But yeah, I think we hit 300 likes today. That's phenomenal, guys. Yeah, we're almost at 400 likes. Guys, hit the like button. We're almost at 400 likes, which is the most likes we've had in, I don't know, maybe a month, 2 months. Even though eventually like people watch after the fact and we end up getting likes, but during the stream, we haven't gotten to 300 likes in a while. So the fact that we're at 400 likes or close to it, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching and, you know, subscribing and all of the above. I appreciate everybody that comes through here. Can Shibarium burn billions or even trillions of tokens in just one transaction, sir? In one transaction? No. Um, so the Shibarium is probably going to burn it. It burns a percentage of the base fee for that's in Bone. So while you have Bone, I think they're probably going to do a conversion. And it's going to automatically convert back to Shiba Inu, and it's going to burn it, sent directly to the burn address with the burn portal, the new updated burn portal that's in Shibarium, which makes sense to have it there so that it doesn't cost you $15 to burn off your coins. Do you think we hit 400 likes? Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you guys. Do you think Shiboshis will be validators for Shibarium? If so, would you buy Shiboshi? I'm so I would say no. I think they already have their way of becoming a validator. Um, it's at 420 likes. Nice. Um, So I would say no. I don't want to become a validator. I know the mix of being a creator and a validator. I know everybody's always trying to one up and have the best content and everything. So you see content creators that are probably going to become Shiba Inu validators as well. And if they're becoming, Terra Luna Classic validators and Shiba Inu validators and validators everywhere else, how the hell do they have time to focus on actually being a validator and voting on things and researching things within all of those spaces and create YouTube videos and have a bias that you want to pitch to everybody in order to change their mindset on things. I don't. I feel like that's a huge conflict of interest. I'd rather be on the outside. And yes, if you want to stake with other people, you can stake with other people. But I'm definitely not going to be a validator by any means. I don't believe so. Unless I suddenly have a change of heart, which I don't believe I will. I know it would be a lot of work, and I don't have the time to put into that because I have a family, unlike a lot of other people that are on YouTube. So I give you the news, give you the information, and then, you know, go on about my day. Yeah, bro, you're still live. I already ate dinner and took a shower, and you're still here. Yeah, I'm still here. I think it's what time is it? 8:20. Yeah, we hit 400 likes today. I'm happy about that. I'll continue live. What happened to the game burning Shib? I never heard anything. So I think they're still burning Shiba Inu. Or you're talking about the Shib game, the Shiba Inu game that they created that was supposed to burn 5%. Yeah, they didn't burn anything. They said they were going to burn 5%, and they definitely made money from it. And the fact that they are not releasing that information, like giving us the information of them burning, it it makes no sense to me. And nobody's pressing it. But I don't want to sit here and sound overly negative. Um, has Shibarium launched yet? No, it hasn't. Why did you decide to have a family so young, so many kids? Do you know I'm 31, right? So I have two kids, and I'm 31. We had kids at uh God, now I can't think. We 20, 26, 27. So I'm not young. We had children the same age as, well, the average, I guess. People would have children is a lot younger, but over average basically. We got married at 25, and we had kids literally the next year. We had a kid the next year. Then 3 years later, we had another child. Um, Ton of validators on Lunic are not voting. Yeah, I mean, probably because they just don't have the time, and whenever they're pressed about it, they go and vote. Chibi exploded last night. Man, feels good. I scooped up eight at 850 level. Oh, so you scooped up when it was at it had a added zero. That's fantastic. Top three 100x potential coins other than Shib, in your opinion? 100x potential. Um, I don't really. So I like to look at a little bit lesser potential than just 100x, or then 100x. I said just 100x. Um, so I usually look at positions that have a lot of potential, but let's focus on the shorter term side of it, where we're looking at the beginning of the bull run, middle of the bull run, something like that. I did talk about sleeper coins. So if you want to go over to the NFA channel, I have sleeper coins here. And immediately after I posted that video in the sleeper coins, all of those sleeper coins ran more than the rest of the market. And I was excited seeing that. So if you want to go and check out those sleeper coins, feel free to check those out. But we do have a bunch of different videos that we create on this channel, the NFA channel, and we will continue to create 1 to 2 videos a day. Most likely, I want to stick around one video a day, and make it not just something where we're always focusing on one position. I want to focus on multiple positions that are out there. Whether it's Solana, whether it's multiple coins, whether it's ApeCoin, Tonic, CRO, going into Bonk as well. I talked about Solana probably the most on this channel. Ren's a good position. Yeah, there's a lot. And usually mention them on this channel if I'm going to do my top cryptocurrencies there. Hey man, love the content you share. Send some hugs to me, and um, I even say that Manus. I can't even say it. Best regards. Well, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Um, and or however much that is, 2.99 I think, or something. 99. I don't know how much it was, but thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate any of it. I appreciate you watching, and the fact that you are saying so many kind words. I really do appreciate all you guys here. Um, so thank you again. Shib 10x, yes. 100x, no, bro. Um, you don't think Shib is going to 100x? I think 100x. We could definitely see that. It's the question of whether we're going to see 1,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 or 100,000x. Those are the main questions. Tonic is 100x. I don't know about that. I thought you're in the 20s, Matt. No, I'm not. I'm 31. Your family life seems normal to me. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. These days, 30 plus is when people start to even think about serious relationships, let alone kids, which is ridiculous. That's why the a lot of people believe we have a population problem. We actually have the opposite, to where people aren't having enough kids now. And I guess that's sort of a good thing because a lot of um, young adults and um, even like middle-aged adults are not ready for children, or can't even take care of themselves, don't want to work. And if you don't want to work, then you're, and it's not necessarily saying that you don't want to work at all or make money. Like, a lot of people are trying to establish their careers first and see where they can go with making money, in content creation, or doing it themselves by, creating their own business and failing and all this stuff. And by the time they get to that point, they're like 30 plus and they're having children. But, we wanted to have children to where I know, if I wanted to go and golf with Harper when she gets older, I can golf with her. I'm not feeling too old and having pain in my legs and all this stuff, you know. So we want to be able to do all that and have fun with the kids when they get older and be able to walk. I don't want my children to be in their 20s and we're using a walker. You know, I already have a bad ankle as it is, so need all the years I can get. That kid question is is per person. Some say 27-ish. I have kids late. I had my first at 27, and I think it was perfect age. Yeah, it's a good age. I think anywhere before 30 is probably good in my opinion. Because yes, then you start to get to you when they turn 20. If you go over 30, right? When they turn 20, you're 50, right? So um, if you're younger than 50, I feel like you're good. You're most likely going to be able to move normal. Then when you start to get a little bit older, especially if you already have leg problems, Matt is over the hill. uh, don't know where he finds the energy to climb out of his wheelchair every morning and put on his orthopedic shoes to do these live streams. That's funny. That's hilarious. I actually did have orthopedic insoles in when I played football because I have a collapsed arch, right, in one of my ankles. So it's like you have to have a certain orthopedic shoe. I should have insoles right now, but I don't. Um, yeah, but I had to use those for football, or else, with all the cutting and moving and stuff, the collapsed arch would just hit the turf. So not a good situation. But I miss playing football. The only thing I don't miss is the injuries, but I miss playing football. I say co-video, um, round upon to say that word on YouTube. There's a lot of co-video babies now. I don't know what we're talking about. Uh, it felt good to be above the 200-day moving average with Shiba. I bet. I mean, it feels great to see the cryptocurrency market in general flowing in the right direction. I'm glad I was able to buy as much Ethereum as I bought because now I'm holding, I think it's like 8,000. Yeah, $8,200 worth of Ethereum. I'm getting to that point to where I'm going to have $10,000 worth of Ethereum. And I feel like I will have a lot more. You can see Krill Coin, I'm waiting for that to make a move. Harvest Finance, over in crypto.com, I'm actually up quite a bit on that. But here I'm actually down a little bit on it. But overall, I'm still up because I profited a lot from Farmcoin. Cardano, that's at about $2,400. We want to see that increase as well. I think Cardano will be worth a lot. Tezos definitely made a little bit of a move up to, over $1,000. I invested, I think it was like, I don't really know how much I invested. I think it was like 900 something. Algorand, that's making a little bit of a move as well. Ren, I'm up on that. Um, some of these performances are just not right because if they moved from different places, they capture whatever the price is at that moment, and then you end up losing from that level. So I made money on Crow. I made money on Harvest Finance. I made money on Gitcoin. Obviously, Gitcoin is down, but I made a decent amount on it. But it looks like the only ones that are positive from what they are showing is Gala, um, Ren, and Ethereum. And it says all time I'm up $856, which is not correct. I don't know where they're getting all these statistics from, where they're getting all these numbers. Um, but yeah, it's funny seeing it. But I leave it as is, and I want to see from where I put this money back on regular Coinbase, how much that has progressed from there. You know, please take a look at Dogelon Mars. I've looked at Elon quite a bit. Not saying the person, the position. I could say that I haven't looked at it in a while. Maybe I should, because the Methuselah Foundation usually throws me for a loop. Maybe I'll look into it. Matt raising a family without dollars is that basis where inflation loop keeps consumers pressed. It is difficult to raise a family these days. Uh, Thumbs up to you. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I don't have debt, because I do. Especially my student loans. Those are always difficult to take in, but I did the time. I did the crime. I gotta do the time, right? So I have to make sure I pay those off. But um, obviously looking for uh, any type of forgiveness, any type of break, just like businesses get breaks with taxes. I would love to get breaks as well, not only with taxes but also with student loans. I would love to get breaks, but we'll see. Your grandkids might see that. Not talking to me. Uh, do you think SHIB will reach a penny before Luna? No. I think Luna will get to a penny because a penny for Luna is a $60 billion market cap. A penny for Shiba Inu right now um, is a $6 trillion market cap, right? 10 cents will be a $600 billion market cap. Sorry, I'm wrong. Um, is that right? Yeah, a penny would be a $6 trillion market cap. Yes, and then 10 cents will be a 60 trillion, I believe. Is that right? 600 trillion. I don't know. 600 trillion is at a dollar. Then you take away a zero, 60 trillion is at 10 cents. A penny is 6 trillion. But then when you look at Terra Luna Classic, $60 billion market cap is a 1 penny price. So I would say Luna's going to get there faster just because it has less of supply. Um, but Shiba Inu, depending on the burn rate, could make a move or could make a case for getting there as well. Anyways, guys, um, I got to get out of here. So, guys, hit the like button. This was a good stream. I don't know how many likes we actually had. Um, it looks like we have 472 likes. Before I finish this outro, if you guys have a chance, get me up to 500 likes. That would be freaking phenomenal to get up to that point. I would love it because we haven't gotten to 300 likes in about a month or 2 months. So getting up to 500 likes is just a completely different level. So please find a way to hit the like button if you haven't had a chance to do so. But we have to take some time to get out of here. Um, so guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. We got another request here. I appreciate the super chat. Um, Hottest crypto right now. Let me look at that really quick. I did look at it before, but I don't think I don't know if it's the hottest. So, um, currently at 1 cent, we're seeing this to where the total supply is about 10 billion. Circulating supply is about 1.2, so about 12% of supply is out there. Do not like to see that. You are seeing 5.8 million dollars, which is up 23%. $21.7 million in a market cap. So if we look at all history, we've seen this up to 25 cents, but I would imagine the market cap was a little bit less. We've seen that at a high of $189 million market cap. So it does show a little bit of potential. But what I want to do is look into um, this position really quick and see where the holders are. You have a huge open wallet. I would say no. The fact that you have 33% in an open wallet here, and then you have 19% in another open wallet, I would say no. Yes, it does show potential for movement, but it also shows potential for absolutely being rug pulled. With 33.9% or 34% in an open wallet as the largest wallet that is there. Understandable if it is a dead wallet or something, or maybe even a contract address. But an open wallet, I can't really deal with that and say that that's an investable position because I don't want people to get rug pulled. Another super chat came through. Thank you for sending another super chat. Do you think, wait, who do you think will see the most gains, Shiba or CRO? Percentage wise, you're not gonna give me a chance to leave, are you? Percentage wise, I would say Shiba Inu has more of a percentage chance. I would say consistently, probably CRO because it has more of a use case and a full backing of a cryptocurrency exchange behind it. So if we're talking about consistency and talking about something that we can, believe in this next bull run 100%, or at least 95%, I would say. There's still a 5% chance, but I would say CRO is definitely that. But I wouldn't say that um, CRO has more of a chance percentage wise to gain than Shiba because you're looking at a very, very low amount that can be, um, you know, insanely deflationary, as well as seeing CRO deflationary, seeing how much they have burned. It's not something that they're burning consistently, but they have burned. So if they can burn at one time, they can burn at another time, which can make it more deflationary, but just not standard deflationary. You know. Um, do you believe? Wait, do you believe you still have a chance with ADA? Absolutely. ADA is huge. ADA is a top five cryptocurrency right now, and I believe it will be as we move forward. So yes, I believe we have a chance with ADA. No doubt in my mind. Thanks, Matt. Have a good day. Yeah, you have a good day too. So thank you guys for all of the late super chats. I appreciate it. Um, uh, and all of the likes. We did hit 500 likes in that whole breakdown of everything. So thank you guys for hitting the like button. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you guys check out my Twitter if you guys want to go and follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. And if you want to follow me on Patreon, feel free to follow me on Patreon. The link is in the description. Also, if you guys want to check out my NFA investing channel, I'm going to have another video posted today. Probably going to be about Jasmine. But I'm not 100% sure. I have a couple of other things. I do want to make videos on AMC as well. But yeah, maybe I'll change the reaction channel from Matt Reacts to something else. I love reactions, but it doesn't really get the amount of views that you would hope to get. Maybe it'll be just um, stock based. I don't know. But NFA investing, uh, we have a lot of opportunity. Anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you all in the next one.